Hi, this is Sam from the Creative Teacher Project. Firstly, forgive my makeup-free face, it is half term, and my croaky voice because it's half term and so I've got a cold. But I thought I'd do a little vlog today to show you sort of what I get up to in half term. It's not all holidays and relaxing by the beach, as I'm sure most people know. I'm pretty lucky in that I don't get a lot of flack from friends and family saying I get so many holidays as a teacher. I come from a family of teachers, so they all really understand how much work there is to do. So I thought I would just do a little vlog to show you what my classroom looks like right now and the sort of things that I've been getting up to. It's Monday, first day of half term, nothing like striking while the iron's hot and getting on with things. So this is my classroom at the moment. You'll see there's lots of of displays on my tables. Look at that mess. And around the corner I've got things that I've been laminating. So you can probably tell like I have quite a creative space. So that's the way I like to call it, describe it anyway. There's my reading corner, which has been partly taken down. I did have some Greek vines around my sort of temple. My topic last term was ancient Greece, and this term it's polar explorers. So you can see along the top of my display board I've got some icicles hanging down. I'm going to do some polar lettering. This is my writing wall here, and I've got like a little mini tent, some gloves and some descriptions about Captain Scott and Ernest Shackleton. So that's going to go up there. This board here was some of our work from when we did James and the Giant Peach earlier in the term, the first week and a half of term 1. So that's all coming down, and right there I'm going to back that board with some World War I newspapers, because our first week, we like to have these mini topics the first couple of weeks of the term to get the kids inspired. So that's going to be my World War I board. From experience, I mean, I did have big boards last year for our mini topics, but you run out of space really quickly to put their work up, and for a week's work I think one of these small boards is fine. Back over here you can see sort of behind the netting there's some work up there. That was like comprehension stuff on Pandora's box and a couple of other Greek myths that we studied. That's going to come down as well. Not quite sure what I'm going to put there yet, but it's going to be my reading wall, so I'm going to have much more of a push this term on reading. So our reading work is going to go up there. We also decorate our doors here. So this is my new door, I've just finished it. So yeah, as I said, we're doing Polar Explorers, learning about Scott and Shackleton. There's Shackleton in the window there. This is his advert for the ship, some images. This is Captain Scott, and that's Captain Scott and his men as well. I can't remember where I found this ad. It's meant to be a real ad that Shackleton placed, but it's a little bit disputed whether it actually was published. The only thing is I might have to redo this very soon because he doesn't have a capital letter for street, and that just annoys me a little bit because I don't have better things to worry about, obviously. So yeah, that's my door for this term. This year I became the French coordinator for the school, which is just a Key Stage 2 topic. So I thought I'd better put up a display to show the French work Year 4 have been doing. So this is one of the pieces of work here. There's two different types of pieces of work. There's classwork here, and they had a home learning project to find out about a French town. So they've put those up there, and we've got some images of things that you might find in a town, and I've gone for the token baguette croissant, and I'm going to try and track down a beret to casually drape across the side because I'm going full stereotype for this display. So that's our French one, and over here this is not quite finished yet, but this is my ancient Greek display. So I've gone away from like information displays about a topic and gone more towards demonstrating student work. So up the top here, this is a format I tried last year when we did our non-chronological reports. I'll insert an image of the display I'm talking about just here. And so up the top here, I've got what's called a learning journey. So if I sort of come over here a little bit more, you might be able to see. We start off with their cold task, which is a written myth. This is a genre that we studied, myths, and that was their first attempt. Then we peer assessed. Then they described the opening. We learn about the opening of a myth, things to include. Then we did a bit of GPAS, expanded noun phrases, and they used those to describe a mythical beast. Then they turned that into a paragraph. No, right, that paragraph there is actually describing their Greek hero. Then they plotted out a storyboard mapping out their myths. So these are the points Lily, the student, wanted to include, and this is her storyboard there. Then we described a challenge, the first hero's challenge. They wrote that there, and she's got some feedback there. You can see she's responded to some of my comments. Then another little bit of planning. There's a story mountain there and the beginning of her second draft. We had a drama session where they acted out another hero's challenge. And then up here, I haven't put these bits up yet because I just haven't done it yet. Up here is going to be her final draft rather. I make them do another draft that I mark in depth and pick up all of those spellings that they may have gotten wrong, or making sure they get their features in that they have to include. So that's going to go here, and then the checklist that she used to tick off features as she was writing, and then her hot task is going to go here, the final version. And then we peer assess our final version as well. So along the bottom here, that's the top part. Along the bottom here, these are other students in the class. So this is all one student's work here, and these are other students in the class. And if I just go here, their hot task is on top because that's the part obviously I want them to read, because that's the good version. And then just underneath, you can see their first version. So what I like about this layering is that immediately you can see the improvement. So not only, I mean, you can tell he's written one pretty chunky paragraph there, but as we've gotten here, you know, he's getting onto 2 pages. There's a lot more quantity, and because we spent all term on this really one piece of writing, the quality is much improved as well. So that's my ancient Greek display. Some nice grape action there as well. So I just need to add those couple more pieces of work on. So as I said before, I'm just putting up my display boards now and my lettering, cutting out, laminating. It's nearly 2 o'clock and I got here at just before 10. So it's been 4 hours, I'm still not really done. I'm gonna come back in tomorrow and finish off. But yeah, I hope that's been interesting. You can sort of see my process where I'm going through. So I hope you found that useful. If you've got any questions for me, by all means, comment below. If you like what you saw, please subscribe, give me a thumbs up, because I'm going to be posting more throughout the year. So thanks for watching. Bye.